Hi, let's learn about this pretty blue flowers. So I have made a drawing already and now I'm going to try wet on wet technique. So kids, this technique is not that much complicated. You just have to wash the petals here with the wet water, or you can wet it with a little bit of tint. Start putting the I use the blue color, so I'm putting the tint of blue color here. Yeah, since we are putting the color on the wet surface itself, that is why it is called wet on wet techniques. Now, when we are putting the color, it is start uh, flowing on the water surface itself. So, when we are wetting the surface, we have to make sure the boundaries are well defined. Otherwise, it will flow on your page also, where you don't want the petal to end. So keep in mind, when you are wetting the surface, you do not wet outside the petal area. Okay, and now when we are putting the color, just put where you want darker shade little bit and let it spread on the water itself, and where you want the lighter shade, put there. And try to not put too many times brushes. Let it flow itself, and slowly, if there is more water, you can remove the water by putting the dry brush, or wipe it off with the uh, paper towel or cloth, and then swipe off excess water, and it will show some shade of beneath paper, so it will give the impression of light over there. One more thing that you have to keep in mind is you have to create the boundary of it. Boundary should not be a smooth line, but boundary should be a little bit of jittery line, you can say, and not smooth in the complete perimeter. Making the boundary, choose a little bit of darker color mixed with water itself, but do not take the very dark tint. Just take the little bit mixed with water, but not too much of water. And do it when it is little bit dry. So, like I have made it, right? And see, towards the center of the leaf, because the darker part is there, this used to be deeper. That is why the more dark shade should be there. So that is why I am trying to put darker shade towards the center part and lighter on the outside. That need not be even on all the petals, because some petals are getting more light and some of them are not getting enough light. So the part which does not get enough light gets darker. That is why we just randomly put the shade, and here you can use your creativity. Think about from where the light would be coming, which part will be above, right? And which part will be, little bit deeper. So that's how we have to use it, and that is why the art is called, a kind of relaxing activity, because we all enjoy when there is a wet surface, and we put a little bit of color there and see the color flowing there and creating some impression. That impression need not be symmetrical or completely even, and this is what the art gives the art the more beauty. Okay, so two more art to go. I again wet the petals. Let me add darker color here, because what I'm trying to show here is the light is coming from right side. So the front leaves which I have already done coloring are brighter, and rest of the petals are behind, so they should be darker. So in these petals, I'm trying to add more tint of darker tint of blue. Okay, I again create a little bit of jittery boundary of the petal and wet it up, and then trying to add water, trying to add color, sorry. Okay, let's add little bit more blue here so that these should look nice blue color of flower. Okay, so good to go. So we are almost done with our petals. Now just start with the middle part. For middle part, it is simple because I want to show that the face of the flower is towards the right side. I've tilted my page a little bit, and then I'm adding the yellow and brown color. Yellow color in the middle and brown color is on the bottom of it. Since it has to face towards the right side, I'm not making it this even, right? You're seeing that it's looking like it pretty much like a cup. Okay, so brownish color is on kind of cup, and because it, have you noticed I intentionally left some of the white spaces of the paper. It gives a very nice shadow. It looks like light is falling off, and then it is reflecting so much that it is giving white shade and then yellow and then mixing it to the brown shade. Okay, now let's start with the leaves and we will finish it up quickly. You might have seen my leaves tutorial where I have drawn few leaves and how quickly we can keep the leaves done. So with one brush, if you are taking the bigger brush, you can do with one stroke itself the complete leaf. But since I am using this small brush, okay, so let's make some more leaves very fast. So our drawing looks pretty much put together, and here I'll just first create the leaves. Some more of the final touches to finish it up.